What's up, guys? Just want to talk about the Stalker Up Day. Was really stalkered up today. Just got off work. So, this morning, I walked to the coffee shop. I saw a cop on the way there that was like synced with the loud car right behind me. I saw a guy on a bike with, I think he had a red shirt and a red hat, or a red shirt, red pants, or some shit like that. Right. When I was walking by the Freemason building, I I pulled my phone out to take a picture of the chemtrails, because there's like chemtrails like by the moon, and it ended up being a shitty picture anyway. But I pull my phone out and I look at the time, and it says 5:33 a.m. and I'm walking by the Freemason building at the same time. And then right when I walk by the corner of the Freemason building, like when I get past the Freemason building, when I walk by that corner of it, the time on the clock turns from 5:33 to 5:34. Right at that moment. And then there's this like frequency, like as I cross the street, there's like a frequency in my ear, in my left ear, and then like I turn my head to the right, and it would stop. And like I'd turn my head to the right like multiple times, and the frequency would stop. Like it was like someone was blowing a dog whistle or some shit. It was like the frequency was like coming from the left of me or something. So that was weird. And then I was listening to Spotify as I was walking, and the Spotify ads were like the Spotify ads are always synchronizing. Just like YouTube ads and just everything is always synchronized. But then on the way back, well, we get to that. But the Spotify ads were synchronizing multiple times. Like, like as I get to an intersection, there's an ad or whatever, like that. Or like it's like playing songs, and then it has an ad, and then like right when the ad ends, I'm getting across the street or whatever, like things like that. And then when I got to the coffee shop, they they were a little late, so like I just got there like right when they opened, so they were still like opening. And when I got there, so I was just sitting out there waiting, and then they turned the lights on. They turned the lights and the sign on. And right at that moment, a white 64 plate pulls up to the drive-through. Right when they turn the lights and the sign on. And then on the way back, I was walking by an open garage door with a white SUV in the driveway. Like it's really early in the morning. Like nobody's out, and it's dark. I'm walking by this house that has a garage door open, the lights on in the garage, and there's a white SUV sitting in the driveway. There's nobody out there or anything, and like the white SUV isn't on or anything. But right at that moment was when a song ended on Spotify. So, and then like I said, it just happened multiple times that Spotify was syncing. And then it was like quiet for like part of the walk back, and then this truck horn would start honking like right when I take a drink of coffee, I hear this truck horn, like a semi truck in the distance or something. It's like honk 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 honk. And then another, I think a car honked or something when I got to the intersection. I took a drink of coffee. Or I was almost to the intersection. I take a drink of coffee and there's a sound right there. And then there's this business that I was walking by on Norfolk Avenue. They have a Christmas tree out in front of the business, and it like turned on right when I walked by it. The lights on it. I'm pretty sure it did. I think it did. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it did. So hold on one second. Then at work today, on the first delivery at work, when I pulled up. Oh yeah, and then there was that plane this morning too that I recorded. And there was more planes at work. So at the first delivery, when I pulled up, there was 2 huskies like up the street from me when I pulled up to the house. And they're just like walking out in front of my car when I pull up to the house. And just by themselves. Just 2 dogs. Just walk out synced. And then there's a guy blowing leaves on his roof, like down the street. He kept like turning it on and off synced. And then there's also a plane that flew over when I pulled up. And then I think I heard the plane again, but I don't know. And then like the guy isn't there. He's not answering the door. So we call him and leave a message on his phone. And then right when he's done leaving the message on the guy's phone, the guy is walking up, like I'm in the passenger seat. The guy is walking up to the door, to the window next to me. Right when my coworker is finishing leaving a message to him on his phone. He walks up to the window right at that moment, and then he like opens my door, and then he just walks up like close to me, and is just like standing in the doorway, like close to me. Like, why do you have to walk forward like into the car almost? Like, just doing stalker shit. So that happened. What happened after that? Where is it? I got it all written down on this list. So after that, so like people are always telling me like whether it be like at my job or whether it be like whatever, like it'll be like, can you go grab this, or can you do this? And it's like, or like today at the bank too, like they were like, do you have your debit card? And it's like right as I'm getting my debit card, it's like right as I'm doing something, they're like asking me to do it, or like asking me to grab something or whatever. Like I'm already in the process of it. I swear it's like a tactic because it's just always happening. People are doing this. Like right when I'm doing it, or right when I'm like on my way to do it, or like right when I'm walking through the doorway out of the house, right? So, oh yeah, and then at that house, that first house, like I said, there was these 2 huskies when I pulled up, and then this guy walks up with a husky on a leash, just one though, and he's like, the dude that I'm delivering to, he's like, oh hey, what's up? And it's like his neighbor, you know. And then he's like walks up with a husky, and he's just like standing there, like the dog's close to me. He's just like standing there as I'm working. And then I go in the house, and then I come back out, and the guy is gone. Like he just like walked up and did that, just like stood close to me, and then just left. Like he didn't talk to the guy, like he didn't have a conversation or anything. Like he just walks up and just stands there. It's like, okay. So that happened. And then yesterday, I saw this spider come down on a web in front of me when I was like standing by a tree. This spider comes down on a web, and it just like comes down like pretty much right in front of my face, like a few feet in front of me. But then today at work, a spider came down in the truck in front of my face, like a baby spider. It just comes down from the ceiling right in front of my face, like right in front of my face. So that happened twice, you know. So usually when things are happening repetitively, it's a stalker thing. It's a synchronizer. So if I see more spiders come down in front of me, then I'll know. But I think it was a synchronizer because it happened twice, like 2 days in a row, even. So that happened at work today. A bunch of red and blue cars and a bunch of stalkers on the street, of course. A bunch of 84 plates and all the plates and the 33 plates and the C3 plates. And then when I pulled up to the second house, there was a 33 white SUV driving by right when I pulled up. And then there's a guy across the street with the red shirt mowing the lawn synced, turning the lawnmower on and off synced. And then when I went into the house, there was a siren turning on. That's ambulance siren or whatever. And then at the next house, the GPS took us to the wrong, didn't take us all the way up the street. Like it doesn't register like that address. So like it took us to like the wrong place on the street. And I don't know if it's a soccer thing, but probably, maybe, I mean, I don't know if it is or not. But I would assume that it probably is. Just whatever, just go to the wrong address, and then we turn around and go back up the street again. Even though like I'm not driving and I'm not in a hurry and like whatever, you know, like they just do things just to synchronize, just so that like we drive up and talk to a guy that's probably a stalker so he can synchronize on me and ask him where the house is at. Meanwhile, we were going in the right direction. Like we could have just kept driving up the street, and like I assumed this. Like I assumed that we were heading in the right direction. But then the driver's like, check the GPS again, and then it says that it's the wrong place. But then it's not though. We were heading the right direction. Anyway. And then when we got to that house, there was a synced plane, like after we got inside the house. And then like I went back outside to get something out of the truck, and then like when I'm walking like out of the truck, like the back of like the doorway of it, there's a whitey driving by on the street. It's like a house out in the country, like there's nothing happening out there, you know. There's just a whitey driving by on the road right in front of me. And then I kept hearing the plane, and then the plane was flying over again when we left the house. So it was like right after we got there, the plane flew over, and then it flew over again, like right when we were leaving. And I heard it a few times, like in between that. Like it wasn't flying over me, but it was like flying around. I think it was the same plane. Probably like a crop duster or whatever, but It was synchronized though. At least when we got there, when we left, it was. So, and then like after we left that house, we get to like the end of that road, to the intersection, and there's just a camo van, just a van that's painted camo, and it's just like sitting across the street, like at the intersection, like nobody's in it. It's just sitting there on the side of the street, and I don't know, it's just sitting there right in front of me when I pull up to the end of the road at the intersection. Like, I don't know, it just seemed like a synchronized thing. But there was also a FedEx driving by right at that moment too. And then at the fourth house, when we pulled up to it, there's a stalker parade pulling up. Just a line of like a lot of cars. Like at least 10 cars, probably more than that. But just like a line of cars just pulling up right when we. The one at the front of it is white, and like they're just pulling up right when we pull up, and like, yeah, and then so like they're coming the opposite way, and we're turning left into this driveway. So like the guy driving the truck just like stops and backs up like in front of the whitey, and the whitey honks. And then so then the stalker parade's coming from the left. Like when we park in the driveway, we like park backwards in the driveway. The stalker parade's coming from the left on the street, and then there's this other truck coming the other way, simultaneous. And his license plate, it was a blue truck or something, but his license plate said Whiteys, WHITEYS. And he's like syncing with the whitey at the front of the parade in front of me. But his license plate is like right as the truck, we parked the truck, his license plate says Whiteys. And then that's about all, I guess. And then when I left work, like right when I'm leaving the building, there's a train horn going off, like really close by too, like really loud. So that was my stalkered up day. Saw a lot of green cars, saw a lot of red and blue cars, saw a lot of whiteys. And then I think there's a few other planes too that like, I don't remember. But yeah, pretty crazy day. And then like the other night, I was laying in bed, and like it's quiet, and then like somebody makes a sound, and then like another thing makes a sound, and then like another thing makes a sound, and then another thing makes a sound. It was like one after the other after the other. It was like a second in between each one, but it was like a chain reaction, and it was like 7 different things at least, like one after the other after the other. So it was like somebody walked by in the hallway, and then my water heater turned on, and then an engine sound, and then my refrigerator turned on, and then somebody coughed, and then a car honked, and then whatever. Like I don't remember what exactly all the sounds were, but it was like that though. think I hear the sink coughing right now. There's somebody sink coughing at work today. I hear a sound outside. It's like, I think it's soccer, probably. Oh yeah, and then a sink. I don't remember what exactly happened, but a sink like gnat or something flew in my face, like right up in my face today when I was at work. I don't remember what it synced with. I'm getting a frequency shot in my ear right now. But yeah, there's been like a bunch of synced like flies lately. It's like when I go inside of buildings, there's synced flies a lot of the time. And there's one in my apartment a few nights ago. I killed it. Apparently they're kicking off Project Bluebeam now, I guess. They just said that they spotted some UFOs. The Pentagon said they spotted some UFOs or something. And then I saw this on Twitter, like, I think it was like Lil Uzi or somebody is like promoting, there's like an album promotion thing. And it's like a UFO, it was like a flying saucer, like projection, like over the city, like a 3D hologram. And it's blue, like it's a blue beam too. Like the projector beam is like blue. And then I walked to the grocery store a minute ago, and there was like this girl with a camo jacket on. She was like smirking. I hear my neighbor talking through the walls right now when I walk over here. Oh. So yeah, I either see stalkers that are smirking or that look mad depressed and like ashamed or whatever, and like can't look me in the eye, and like look like they don't want to stalk. So to all the ones that don't want to stalk, quit. All you should quit synchronized with each other all at the same time. Just imagine if all the gang stalkers quit all at the same time synchronized, then you wouldn't have to gang stalk anymore. They can't chop all your heads off. Maybe they can. I don't know. At least you'll go out not a stalker. At least you'll go out not stalkered up. It's just a thought. It's like, what if everybody stopped paying rent synchronized? Like, if everybody all at once just decided we're not going to pay rent anymore. If everybody all at once decided that, just imagine. But, I don't know what else to say about today. I don't know. Can't really think of anything. There's a lot of red and blue cars. A lot of like, just like pull up to an intersection. It's like a bunch of red cars. It's like all at once. And then a blue car with the last red car or whatever. And then I've been seeing a lot of cars with a trailer with the car on it, like a truck with a trailer with a car on the trailer. It's the thing the stalkers do. I see other TIs talk about. They see the trucks with the trailer with the car on it, and the car is like wrecked, or the car has like one headlight, like one headlight bashed out. Or it's like a red car on a trailer, and it's a blue truck pulling the trailer, or whatever, or just whatever colors, or whatever. Just meeting these scenes. So I've been seeing a lot of that lately, just trucks with trailers synced. And then sometimes they'll have like a bobcat on the trailer, like it'll be a construction. Oh yeah, and then I saw a bunch of maintenance trucks when I drove up this one street today, where it was like one of them was blowing leaves synced, one of them was like doing whatever he was doing, I forget, like some tool or whatever, like jackhammer or whatever the fuck. It's like one of them's blowing leaves synced, one of them's doing that synced, and then like there's another one that's like one of the maintenance trucks, like the Norfolk, like what do you call it? Utility trucks, maintenance trucks, whatever you call them. There was another one that was like, it had a trailer on it, and I think it had a lawnmower on the trailer. It was mean synced. It was like they were like all like right next to each other, synchronizing when I drive by them. So I think that's all I have to say. Subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe to Cat the Glitch, vote for IllCat 2028, because Donald Trump didn't stop gang stalking, he didn't stop the chemtrails. There's a buttload of chemtrails outside today, so they're still spraying us like roaches out there. I don't see the revolution coming anytime soon. I don't think Donald Trump is going to save us. I don't think Elon Musk is going to save us. I don't think any of those guys are gonna save us or are here to save us. I think they're actually characters on this world stage that there's predictive programming for Donald Trump that dates back to like 1950 something. So, and then there's a book, there's a book that came out in like 1950 something or like 1930 something, or I forget. L. Ron Hubbard wrote it, I think. There's a book where the character's name is Elon, and he's like trying to colonize Mars or some shit, something like that. His name's Elon. He's going to Mars. There's a movie that came out like 1950 something. The dude's name is Trump. He's on a stage. There's something next to him that says MAGA, and he wants to build a wall. These are real things. Predictive programming for Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And there's other examples of predictive programming for Donald Trump. A lot of examples. Like Back to the Future Part 2 and Lego Movie and a bunch of other things. That like predicts Donald Trump being president, and yeah. So they're fake. He's literally a WWF character. I feel like I shouldn't even have to say this at this point, but I feel like I do have to say it because it seems like there's people who think that, I don't know. And then Donald Trump was pushing Operation Warp Speed, and there's all types of shit, you know? So vote for LCAT 2028. Gonna make some real changes in America. We're gonna end gang stalking. We're gonna end the chemtrails. Do all things that Donald Trump won't do. Cause he's a fucking sellout bitch. And he drinks adrenochrome backstage with Joe Biden, probably, allegedly. He probably allegedly rubs or gets his hairy legs rubbed by children with Joe Biden backstage. And they drink adrenochrome. So, don't vote for any of those things. Put your vote where it matters. Vote for LCAT 2028. It's a long way off. It's 4 years away, but we'll make it. You know, you just gotta hold on 4 more years. Just gotta get gang stalked for 4 more years. And then there will be no more gang stalking anymore. So, refrigerator just turned on sync right now. I think I'm gonna end the video right now. So, yep, see y'all later.